What's up, y'all? It's Sharpie. Welcome back to the channel. Don't freak out. There's nothing wrong with y'all's screen. This game is in black and white for right now. So I am bringing you a new mod pack series to the channel, and this is Skyfactory 5. Just a quick little story on Skyfactory. It's actually one of the first few mod packs that I actually started playing modded Minecraft on. I actually started on Skyfactory 3, I believe. If you don't know anything about this mod pack, is Skyfactory, but there's no color, so you had to actually find the colors for the mod pack. The main thing mainly runs off of the dye. Right now my main goal is to just get as much of the dye as I can in this episode, and maybe get as close to the cobble gen, because I will have to make a old school cobble gen to get cobblestone. Right now I just want to work on getting the colors I can for the first episode, and then hopefully next episode we can actually start working on the cobble generator. All right, so it is like old school Skyfactory where it's just one block of dirt, one tree, and of course the leaves. You do get some items. I went ahead and just kind of sorted it out. You get a Dark Toasto, which is named after Dark Hosto, the mod pack creator. 4 white smooth stone lanterns. I'm going to wait until I get a platform to actually place those. Of course, a crafting on a stick, which I'm not going to pretty much use. And then the axe template, sickle template, and of course the watering can, which is basically a paintbrush. The watering can, as it is set, is a infinite water source, so you can basically infinite bone meal. So with the trees, instead of twerking, it's the watering can. And then another thing I love is all of the tools are unbreakable. So when I do eventually get to the enchanting part, I don't have to worry about unbreaking or mending because they're all unbreakable. The only thing that is technically breakable is when we get to it is the wood bucket. All right, so what I want to do now is first I want to get myself a platform. I want to get to the dirt block and then use all the wood I can for slabs to make close as I can to a 9x9. So I'm pretty sure I will be able to get at least 5 colors. And then also another thing to mention is I will unlock colors. However, even though I unlock that color, does not mean I have access to it. I'll just wait till I get to it, because again, right now trying to explain it is going to be kind of a pain. Well, I almost made it right. Hopefully I get this slab. Nope. All right, whatever. Close enough. Minus the 1. Now we have this, which another thing I do love is the tilde does have, or if you hit a tilde, you click on wood, leaves, or whatever, it's a vein mine. Finally have a starting platform. Now I just need to start grinding out logs, because one of the first colors we're actually able to get from just the color of saplings is a green apple. We can turn the green apple into the green dye. Then what I want to do with that is add it onto the sapling. That way I will always have a green sapling. So if I need green wood, I can use that. There we go. Also want to go ahead. Yep, so there we go. 20. Okay, 23 green apples. Now when I get done with this one, I want to go ahead and make a sickle and actually turn all this into the dye. That to here, to this. Even only need 1. The reason why I am doing this is because I do not have to worry about, it's more of like actual crafting bench. I think it's that. All right, so we have an axe. And the sickle, and then once again, I do not have to worry about upgrading at the moment because these are indestructible. It even says on there, indestructible and rustic 1. So again, now that we have green dye, what I'm gonna do is plant one of those, get one of the dyes, and then now we have a green sapling. Grow this, and then I need to go ahead and make a few more items that's going to help us with the colors. I need a composter, I need a barrel, and I also need to add the silkworm to here. So actually what I'll do is I'm going to wait for the silkworm to infest all of the leaves. That will get a string, and it will also unlock white for us. Yes, it unlocks white, but the way to really get the dye is through bone meal. Fortunately, I do not have shears, and I cannot make wooden shears because these vines will actually be nice. Tilde. There we go. Apparently what I noticed is for nighttime, trees don't actually like grow in a sense properly. So right now, just put it here, sleep. Grab that for now. Just put it here. I just need more room for this. Oh, also what I need to start doing is put these down and then right click on them. I need to strip them so I get the template boards. Now, the template boards have a couple of uses. Right now, the main use is going to be to make like templates and whatnot. But if I can get brown, which will be here soon, I can make a campfire, put those on the campfire, and it'll give us ash, which will at that point unlock gray. I also need to, probably with these boards, I'll probably extend the platform. All right, so we now have a 9x9. Oh, that's right, because I was like, why didn't I? All right, I have to do another trellis to die, and then this one I'm actually going to chop it down without putting the silkworm. I forget that when you put the silkworm in a tree, you will not get the saplings from that tree. Also, I can get the green archwood saplings from this tree as well. Like, oh, nice. I was gonna say like, it's the only downside. So we got composter. Now we need a barrel. Okay, and what I also want to do, go ahead and move this around, because what I want actually is do the composter, this, do just a block on top, and then I want to move this on top of here. That way, what I'm actually doing right now is just kind of getting somewhat planned for the future in a sense, because once I unlock light blue or blue, it will start to rain, and I do not want this to start filling up. However, what I will start doing is all these silkworms, I want to start put them in the composter so I can get a bone meal. I need at least 7, or I'm going to need at least 7 for the crucible. So if I can go ahead and get started on those, which I know I can also do saplings as well, but I'm going to hold off on the ones I have. Right now it's just going to be farming wood, because the only thing I need now would be a crucible. It would be a wooden one. We can start to get water. Go ahead and strip all of these. And that should be enough. Do that. Do not tell me they cannot be. The quicker I can start to get the bone meal, the quicker we can actually get the cauldron done. Okay. Apparently it was just logs, but okay. Have that. Now we also need to make torches, which I guess dye is just flammable. And then what I want to do is put a torch here and put that on top. And now this has a little bit of heat to where we can go ahead, and now we have water starting, and also bucket. And while we're waiting on that, we'll have water and then dirt. So this will unlock brown, that will unlock blue. There we go, dirt. Now, you would think, okay, let's go ahead and plant it. Well, no. What I'm actually going to do is something that is kind of obscene, which also there is a task book. That's probably something I need to start explaining now. Is so this mod pack is not based around, oh, you got to do this, 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 and this. It has a task book. It does have achievements. However, once you get something done, it does not automatically check it off. You have to do that yourself. So you can do it pretty much in any order you want. So what I'm going to do for probably the first few episodes is get all the colors. That way I have the means to just about everything. So when I was talking about, oh, because like right now I have white. So technically I've discovered white, but I'm not going to check it off until I actually can get white dye, which actually I kind of can. I just now thought of that. Black we don't have. Blue we're about to get. Brown we have. Cyan we don't. Gray not yet. Green we do. Light blue not yet. Light gray not yet. Lime, that will be a minute. Magenta will also be a minute. Orange will hopefully be the start of next episode, but we'll see. Pink will be a little later on. Purple, just like magenta, pink, purple, lime are going to be somewhat, it'll be the last ones we find. We're close to getting white, gray, black, and pretty much orange. And there's also some other things. So using crafting stick to make a colorless crafting table, technically did that. Use the barrel to make dirt. Now there's eat dirt. So what you do is when you eat the dirt, you get brown dye. So now what I can do, I can go ahead and grow this to where now I have multiple brown tree saplings. Another thing that you can get while getting the trees, at least the colored trees, so anything besides the colorless trees, you do have a chance to get a loot bag, and those are actually pretty cool. Almost done with the water. Once that's done, we'll add it to here. And then at that point, once it starts raining, because again, once I get the bucket of water, it will unlock blue and then it will automatically start raining. That's why I put this here. So that way water won't go into here. I'm actually going to sleep as well. Make it daytime. Because again, for some reason, it seems like at night that the trees don't want to spawn as fast. Because I'm also looking for the other sapling that we'll need for Ars Nouveau. You get them from the green, the blue, and the red. And I think purple as well is another one. Take 4 of these, we'll make soul sand. If you're wondering like, oh, well, why make soul sand? Reason being is since you don't have access to coal, charcoal, or anything like that, you can use soul sand with that and you get a soul campfire. So now what I can do is pop that. I know I'm wasting the torches, but again, it's fine. But now, because what I can do is place this here, and now the heat from this actually goes up here. So what then I can also do, we'll burn these. This will give us ash, which will then unlock gray. And we can use the ash to make cobblestone. Yeah, there we go. But what I'm going to do is, once again, colorless, which I'm actually going to do one just colorless and let it grow because I do need more of the saplings. But I'm going to make it into a tree. Pretty much the first thing, once I get a new dye, like the first time, that should be like the first thing is making it into, so you put the ash in here and mix gray. And gray. And all of the apples and stuff, minus the colorless ones, I just turn into the dyes. And then the seeds I'm going to hold on to, because really to get black, I need to have farmland. And at the moment, I'm not going to really worry about that. All right. Now we have a green hoe that we can use on dirt, mainly just to basically put the dirt down, till it, then dye it, and then take the seed out. Because once the seed is dyed, it doesn't have to stay planted. At least right now, I don't need them planted. I just want to go ahead and get the seed, or at least one seed, started. Let's also go ahead and unlock blue. Let's go ahead and start raining. That's fine. I'm actually going to go ahead and add that to, I know it's contradicting to what I said, but there's reason behind it. Because if I can make eventually one piece clay, then I can go ahead and start on the porcelain. So do that and make, actually we need 4 more. There we go. Got the hammer. The reason we need 2 is because we only really need 2 pieces of clay. And what the hammer does is turn cobblestone into gravel, gravel into sand. I don't think sand can go into anything else, but again, right now I'm not going to worry about it, because now what I can do is, boop. Now we have light blue. Technically, we do not have the ability to craft it. Now you may think, oh, well, bone meal gives you white dye and then you just have to add the blue to it. Well, one, I still don't have blue because most of the time it's like lapis or whatever. Yes, I may have unlocked it because there's certain items that unlocks that color. So with clay, that unlocks light blue. However, I still don't have light blue dye. The reason I want to make these is because these are actually sophisticated. So I can actually upgrade these. The normal apples give more. I could be wrong as well, you know. It's my fault for putting it that close to the edge. So now I just need 2 more pieces of bone meal, and I will have all of the necessary items for the porcelain crucible. Alright, now we have a green, basically just a green wooden pickaxe. I'm already in my head getting too far ahead. Like I'm already like thinking about the dripstone setup. That is how I'm going to set up the dye farm at first. It's first going to be manual, and then once I start getting more and more dyes and more materials, then it will become a fully automated farm. Alright, so technically right now I only have 3: brown, green, and gray. I do also have, you know, light blue, blue, but I do not have the dyes for them yet. That's why they're not marked off. There we go, brown seed, and then you just do them with all of them. There we go. I can go ahead and like describe how the farm is going to work. So basically it will have a 1 water source block with whatever color dye in that water source. So for example, I'll use pink. So when I get a pink dye and a 1 block water source, I'll drop that dye into the water. That water will then become pink water. What I'll do is underneath the water source will be a dripstone block with a dripstone point on that. So what technically happens is, just like with the lava generators, it will drip onto a piece of sand. That sand will turn into pink dyed sand. Then use that block to make 9 pieces of pink dye. So again, I already have an idea because I have done this before, but I only got to a certain point. Also, I want to go ahead and make the achievement or the task table. That way I don't have to always hold the book. What you do is you place the task table down, and then you right click it with the task book. And then you'll notice at that point it looks like an enchantment table. Now whenever you want to check the task, come to it, right click it, bada bing, bada boom. 8 dirt, use color blanks to craft. 10, we did that. Change the color of sapling, we did that. Use any dye and a stick to make a torch, we've done that. Craft a crafting station to make recipes. Now, yep, done that. It's right there. Sickle, done that. Axe, right click on axe, make template boards. Use a crucible to melt leaves or saplings to get water. We've technically done that. Infest leaves with a silkworm to obtain string. We've done that. Use a campfire to obtain ash. Done that. Use a hammer from Ex Nihilo or a millstone to create sand. Done that. Use sand on a barrel filled with water to make clay. Done that. Craft a secret tome to get all guidebooks. Not done that. And that's probably going to be something that gets waited on. Stone Age. Make a lava and a fire crucible. Again, probably what I'll do is, I'm not going to really worry about the tome, but once I get to this part, I think that's probably when I may call it. The main focus was to get as much of the colors as I could within the first episode. Right now, the only thing I would want to do is add another 9x9, be the area where the cobble gen will be. So to do that, I'll probably be here for a minute. Okay, technically we have blue and light blue, but we just do not have a way to get the dye. We just have color unlocked. Nice. Okay. Now we have to pour some clay, unfired crucible, put that in there. We'll have the fired crucible. Then I can replace the wooden crucible up here, and it still gives it the heat of 6. I don't think I'm going to need that crucible anymore, so I'm going to toss it, and if anything, I can always make it again. Yeah, so now I can start making lava. But what I want to go ahead and do before I even do that, I want to get is just making tons of cobble, but make a 9x9 of that, and then get that area set up to be able to make a cobblestone gen. Just gonna make a second one. Why not? It's not gonna hurt. Actually do this first. Place it here. Right now I'm not worried about the trees. And then also have 19 log, like all these logs to strip. So it probably will be a little bit faster than just making the gray trees. I also don't know how much I'm gonna need for the 9x9. So I need more than just the 9x9, and I also need to make sure I actually remember how the cobble gen works, because making an old school one, it's been a hot minute since I've actually made one. 22, that's 8. All right, the first 2 rows are started. One of my main goals, minus, you know, completing the whole task book, is I want to make a lightsaber. And yes, lightsabers are in this mod pack. Why? Who knows? Our coaster just like, let's add lightsabers. Why not? So one of my main weapons will probably be the double-sided lightsaber like Darth Maul has. I just hope that we have enough to do a full 9x9. Probably won't be enough, but we'll see. I mean, I could even almost do, whereas actually I'll try that. I want to try something different. If instead of I do a 9x9, I only make it enough to where I can make the lava gen and I can build around it. If I put it here, I want to say it's this. It's 2 for the lava and just 1, but I don't think it's 2 and 2. And then once we do grab the lava, we will unlock orange. But again, just because we unlocked it doesn't mean that we have the dye. It's just lava was something that unlocks orange. I think it's only 4 you need. I think so. Oh, actually, there is a way I will be able to get orange. Yeah, I can throw a sapling into lava and it gives me an orange one. And then we unlock orange. Yep. Okay, so this needs to be back 1.
2 hours later.
Okay. All right. We finally have a working cobble gen. It took a minute to set up. I cannot lie because it's been a minute since I actually set this up, but we now have working cobble gen. That is probably the best time to go ahead and stop. We have a working cobble gen, which is probably so far the biggest thing. I do not have to worry about any more ashes or anything like that. And then I can even, once I get into create, and of course it'll be a little bit further on, but I can actually eventually make this into an automated cobble gen. So I'm excited for that. What I could eventually do if I wanted to is put the crucible on top of the lava, and then it'll give me the max amount of heat. This first episode, I mean, we basically got everything in the first Age of Discovery done, minus the eccentric tome to get all guidebooks, but honestly I'm not going to worry about that. In the next episode we will start on the Stone Age. Then we can go ahead and check that off because we did make lava in a fire crucible. Next thing is obtain obsidian, automate the cobblestone generator. Technically it is automated, but I'm gonna wait till it's fully automated. Oh, right, and then one last thing. So got this, drop it in there, and now we have an orange sapling. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. We got a little bit started. I mean, we do have a working cobble gen. We'll get more colors next episode. I don't know exactly when it'll be out because I am working on Cobbleverse Pay to Win as well. Also have another series that, since I could not stream or record Borderlands 3, there's another game. It was more of a test just because I wasn't sure on how it was going to work. So far so good. Be on the lookout for that whenever that gets put out, because I don't know when that will be put out, but the Minecraft stuff will get put out pretty much as soon as possible. Again, hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, hit the subscribe button as it does help my channel out. Also leave a like if you want to see more of the Skyfactory 5 or the Cobbleverse Pay to Win, and until then I will see you on the next one. Later.